now that we have a war with our neighbors, this is always fun. This is a first in 12,000 miles in 20 different states. Everybody we've met has been amazing. And then this guy comes along. We're Angelo and Ylsa. After the government forced our theater in Western New York to close, and with no clear view of when we'd be able to fully reopen, we moved our family into a 15-year-old shuttle bus and made it our tiny off-grid home on wheels. If you want to join us on our adventures, hop aboard by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so this white van right here, I'm sitting here in my chair having coffee. About 15 feet behind me is my bus. I moved it forward now. But I'm sitting here and I wanted a few minutes of quiet before I go play with the kids. This guy pulls up in a van, and he comes over to me and says, "Oh, excuse me, are you gonna be there long? Because I really want this camping spot. It's a prime camping spot and I want to park there. I want to pull in right here." Basically where I was sitting. And I looked at him and I said, "I'm kind of sitting here right now and I don't really want to move." Because as he said, it is a prime spot and it's a great place to be able to see, let me show you, the water, because it's kind of up, and if I'm further back, you know, you get down where you can't see over and see the kids. And I have 4 children playing in the water. And that's why I picked this spot. And in the dark, I didn't pull all the way up right next to like where the fire pit is because it was dark and we didn't quite move all the way up. So we were spread out a little bit further. But I was very clearly sitting here. And so I was kind of baffled. I asked the guy, I said, "You want me to get up and move? I have to leave where I'm sitting in my chair. It's like, you don't have the right to ask me to do that. And that's really weird." And he goes, "Take your time. I'll just wait." And then he started walking back to his van and he was just going to sit there with his van facing me, literally like watching me and waiting while I had my coffee trying to relax. So I replied, I said, "You're seriously going to just watch me and wait? Like, that's not relaxing, nor is it cool to do to somebody."
I'll also add that when we arrived here, there were a dozen vehicles parked all over this area, and now there are 3.
There is tons of space, and the dude is like, "That's the prime spot." And I'm like, "Sorry, van, you don't like how we're using it? Like, we're not parked directly at it." So, I mean, there's multiple other right on the beachfront areas.
There's
like,
no such thing as
like
a subprime spot in this location.
There's actually not. But I don't want to be moving all my stuff just because he likes it. And I had said to him before it got weird, I said, "Well, we might be leaving today." I said, "I don't know." And And he's like, well, I'll just wait. I'm like, he's like, when are you going to figure that out? I'm like, I don't really need to do that on your schedule. That's something that we're going to figure out as the day goes on. And I started getting really uncomfortable because I'm like, who does he think he is asking me when I'm going to leave, what I'm doing at my spot, and then asking me to move my chair so he can park there. I want you to get up out of your chair and move so I can pull my van sideways directly in front of yours. There's laws of etiquette when you're dispersed camping. When he first asked me, are you using this spot? And I said, well, clearly I'm sitting here. I am using it because I am sitting here in my chair. He should have said, okay, and went and found a different place. And he's like, but if you're going to be leaving, I don't want to get all set up somewhere else. And I'm thinking, like, I'm sorry, man, that's really not my deal. That's not my problem. Like, you do you, I'm going to do me. And this is what I'm doing. So he kind of kept on pushing me. And I said, okay, I guess I'm getting up. I'll move my bus forward if that makes you happy. If I need to do something more to show that I'm using the space other than literally sitting on it and existing on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go get my husband because I really don't have the energy for you right now. As I said, I was trying to relax and have my coffee without the bothers of all the humans that always need things from me. And now you, an utter stranger, is coming and like requesting some bizarre, crazy thing for me to do to make you comfortable. It was just so weird. It's like, well, that's a prime spot, so I want it. It's like, well, no crap, guy. I do too, and I'm already in it. So bye-bye. Anyhow, he follows me. I tried to escape him, and I was like, Angelo, can you come talk to this guy? I can't handle it. And I was yelling for Angelo, and the guy just wouldn't stop. And so I actually had to like run around my bus and hide from him. And then he started talking to you, and I sort of just stayed on the other side of the bus because I didn't want to have any more altercation with this jerk.
At that point, he started dropping the F-bomb in front of the kids and saying that my wife is effing crazy. And I told him, please, that language isn't necessary. We'll let you know if we're staying here another night or not. And he goes, well, that's the thing, is I'm waiting to find out if you're staying here another night. So we decided to just stay here. And if we decide to leave, we'll leave. We don't have to stay here because he wants our spot. We don't have to leave because he wants our spot. This is America. It's lovely.
Yeah, and I think the best option here, because I'm feeling spiteful, the guy didn't let me finish my coffee. And even the kids know, you don't mess with mommy before I finish my coffee. And he did. He broke a rule. So now we can wait until they get fully set up somewhere else, and then we'll leave.
If we're gonna leave.
If we're gonna leave, we don't know. But honestly, I don't even want this guy as a neighbor now. Like, how do you come to a place where there's like, we've met all these nice people. There's been this really nice camaraderie, and everyone is like super friendly and hanging out. And then this guy comes in and says, "Can you move? Because I want that spot." And maybe he feels that it was a perfectly appropriate thing to do. But it's just really not a nice way to relate to other humans. So we felt like we had to vlog about this, and I don't know if we're shaming him necessarily. I'm not showing you his license plate, and
I might read what his sticker on the side of his van says.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Just not.
The captions right.
This guy was not a nice person, and it's a shame because we had a really nice neighbor last night that we were hanging out with, and this guy just isn't a nice guy. I'm offended by it.
Maybe he's a nice guy and just had an off day.
I don't think so. He strikes me as the type that feels entitled to what he wants when he wants it and thinks that he can trample people who are in his way. So it kind of
like our children.
Yeah, maybe he's stunted at like 8 years old. Maybe he didn't have enough love in his childhood. I would love to hear the outside perspective of the conversation. Like, did I overreact to him asking me to move so he could park where I was sitting? Or was he out of line? Like, I mean, everyone believes they're right from their own perspective. So sometimes it's hard when you're in it to really understand what's going on. But my heart started racing and I felt very uncomfortable. Like, this guy was basically strong-arming me to move away. Now that we have a war with our neighbors, this is always fun. This is a first in 12,000 miles. in 20 different states. Everybody we've met has been amazing. And then this guy comes along. Did it pop?
Pushing me down. Kinda, I'm your enemy. Kinda, what is my enemy? Take out wood. Get wood. Squirting. Look,
I can't hold it very tight.
Come on, look.
Snap kick.
It's a front snap kick.
Okay. I can't hold this one firm enough. It's too big for me.
Okay, get that one.
You're gonna hurt my hands though.
Aye.
Oh yeah, it hurts. Okay.
Don't break Mommy's arms. I'm covering up the camera lens.
How about a roundhouse kick?
You're too high.
When you go like around and back, kick.
We're staying here another night because we love it here. It's just awesome. Check out this view. What you doing, Rye? You love it here?
Yeah, it's very nice. And it's nice and warm. Okay, I gotta go bring the coffee into Bozo.
Okay.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's
I got a little bit of her on the drone.
We did campfire scary stories with my kids with Camille around the fire, and it was so fun and funny, like so many laughs, and it was so nice. And
She also said she was camera shy though.
She did. And so, but when she left, I'm like, we didn't get her number, like whatever her last name, or anything about her. We had this nice little moment, and then it was over. And that always makes me sad. Like, I want to remember all the people that we talked to. I really like that.
Yeah, it is nice. I get the contact of the people, and then I put a little van next to them. You know, like you go into your IGs
So you
and
know,
you
like
put a
the
little
van
van, so I know it's okay.
That's a great
Nomad
idea.
person.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it off now.
Hi.
Yeah, why don't you just introduce yourselves anyway?
We're Caroline and Gabe, and we're just traveling around and enjoying life.
And
This is
Charlie.
Charlie, puppy Charlie.
And you have a YouTube channel?
We do. It's called Wondrous Lyfe with a Y.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wondrous life. It's great.
And we've just met you guys here, and it's a wonderful spot to just chill for the night. We're here for just one night. We wish we were here for more nights.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And we're having a magical sunset right now, and with a little wine and a cigarette.
Filipino.
French way.
So, Angelo,
Yes.
I've discovered that the desert fire is very easy.
Not like a Florida fire?
No, Florida fires are too humid and too difficult. And a desert fire, like, just have to rub 2 sticks together and it goes up in flames right away. And we had a still night, and there's no fire danger warnings here for the first time in weeks, I think. There's not a ton of wind. And we're by this beautiful lake.
There's also no trees.
There's no trees. There's nothing dangerous nearby that can catch on fire. We're in the sand by the water, so it feels pretty safe to have a fire here. But I'm in my happy place. Yeah, somebody built this really nice pit, and that higher back wall like blocks the wind coming up. So anyway, I'm happy. I got my fire.
I'm happy that we're not lugging around firewood anymore.
Or 2 big bags of cardboard. It's gone.
Oh God.
Anything else you want to burn in there? Like all the bowls from dinner. I actually already put them in that big black garbage bag.
Thinking, I don't know how legal it would be to burn any children.
Ew. Edit that out, you creep.
I love our kids.
They look pretty flammable. Look at them. Guys, say hi.
Hi. Hi.
They're watching something on TV. Up on the mountain, we've been waiting to see the longhorn sheep, and there they are. Raya.
What?
Longhorn ships. Look up.
I know.
Oh, they're so cute. Look at them up there. Angelo's flying the drone up to see the sheep. Let's see if they get scared. Oh, they're looking. They're running.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors,
Because the drone's up there, they're running away.
forever free.